Welcome back to Revenge of TV, live from San Diego Comic-Con. We are here at the Ignition Pavilion, baby. We just got out of the pre-roll interview with Todd McFarlane, which of course went long, but here we are, back with our next guest, Seth Hoffman, showrunner, writer, producer, all things TV and movies, and talk to me.
How's it going? I just got to the con about 15 minutes ago, and I am already overwhelmed.
Yeah.
There's so much here.
Yeah.
I haven't been in about 10 years, and I'd forgotten just how overwhelming it is. It's a feast.
It certainly had, I would say there was a bubble of overwhelmingness in 2018, and it sort of plateaued, obviously, for reasons. But we're ramping it up again, and it's very overwhelming. Although I haven't left this room, which is what I tell everyone that sits down on the couch. But I can sense everyone that comes in is just sweaty and tired.
It is. It's a little bit more humid than you'd expect from San Diego.
What's going on out there?
I know.
My God. Seth Hoffman, you are the showrunner of the new season of The Walking Dead Dead City.
That's true.
Which is not, when does it air?
So we premiere Sunday night, Sunday, July 26th, AMC and AMC Plus.
Okay. Walking Dead is one of those things where it's on my list I want to get back into. I was an OG viewer, way back in the day, fell off, but now it's maybe I should go back and rewatch all this stuff. Can I dive into Dead City?
100. So I was a writer on the Mothership seasons 4, 5, and 6, which may be in and around the time that.
Yeah, I think so.
So, I wrote this season in many parts wanting to bring OG fans back. I wanted to write a season of TV that would really appeal because, you think about how many people watched The Walking Dead at its peak. How many people loved it. And I think there's a way to really appeal to that audience and get those people come back in. And what we're doing this season, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Season 7, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead that aired at least 10 years ago, so apologies for that. But Negan kills Maggie's husband, Glenn, with a baseball bat to the head.
Yes.
And the two of them have been understandably at odds for a while.
Yeah.
But this year, we're in the timeline of the show about 15 years past that. And these two characters have been at each other's throats for 10 years real time, from about 2016 to 20. So we imagined, how could they possibly not become good friends,
coexist,
work together. And once we imagined what that could look like, it opened up so many possibilities for these two characters and for the show. And we're really, really excited to share it with the world.
Yeah. I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, my God, he's amazing at everything he does. What season of Dead City are we in now?
So this will be season 3.
Wow.
So seasons 1 and 2, they've come to New York City. Basically in seasons 1 and 2, New York City is in many ways a giant haunted house filled with millions of walkers and gangs, and there's a little bit of a Escape from New York feel, a little bit of the Warriors. But what has happened, sort of the big innovation that's happened in New York, is a brilliant scientist has figured out how to turn the rotting flesh of the walkers into methane gas to use for electricity. So electricity, New York City is getting back on the grid.
Yeah.
And sort of once Maggie and Negan can overtake these antagonistic forces, they can harness this power and they can really begin to build a hopeful community that has a real chance of surviving. Because, when I was working on the Mothership seasons 4, 5, and 6, right, there were characters that would sometimes be stupid enough to hope for things, right? And they were quickly ground into dust and shown how stupid they were. But now we're in a place in the apocalypse where you really can hope for a better future, and this season we'll see the green shoots in that future.
I think that's what keeps like drawing me back to like want to like Dead City specifically, like the visuals of it, and like and knowing a little bit about the lore and then where it's gone, it pulls me back in and want to jump back in and watch all these spin-offs and everything else. So like I said, it's definitely on my list to get to. But I want to ask how much of your writing and producing on this show has been informed by Ghost Rider 2011?
Oh my God.
All of it?
100%. I mean, you must be a Marvel completist if you have seen Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. I mean, there's a wild story behind that. So Scott Gimple and I were working on a TV show called Flash Forward that was run by David Goyer.
Yeah.
And we were working there at the time that Disney bought Marvel.
Oh, God.
And Sony had the rights to Ghost Rider, but those rights were going to lapse if they didn't make a Ghost Rider movie.
Which is a story I feel like we keep hearing. But okay, continue.
And they had this old David Goyer script. And they were like, David, write this movie for us so that we can get Nick Cage back and we can start shooting before the rights lapse. And Gore's like, I can't do it, but I've got these two young writers on my staff, and they can do it. And so he called Scott and I into his office, closed the door, and was like, how would the two of you guys like to write a Go movie? That was the first we heard about it. It's like, yes, can we find out what exactly the movie's gonna be, maybe? But yeah, no, it was an amazing experience. It was, that's when I met Scott. I was working on Flash Forward, but the first thing we really did together was Ghost Rider, and then worked on another movie. He brought me into The Walking Dead when he moved over as showrunner, when he got promoted to be showrunner season 4. And we've worked together ever since. It's been a real joyful partnership.
What's next on the list for you?
For me, I mean, we are waiting to find out if we're going to get a season 4.
Yeah.
We're really hopeful.
I'm sure it's in the cards.
I'm optimistic.
People are eating it up. I mean, come on.
I think sort of. I mean, I will say this: the biggest metric, obviously, is what our audience is.
Yeah.
So if people are tuning in to watch season 3 of Dead City and liking what they're seeing, that's the people tuning in, telling other people to tune in, check it out. You've got a whole bunch of old friends who love the OG Walking Dead but have fallen off. You can say, hey, we're bringing back that feeling of Walking Dead again. Obviously nothing can replicate what the show was, but this is we have the OG fans in mind when we were writing and shooting this show.
Yeah. Why do you think people are so into zombies still? I was gonna say horny for zombies because that's like my brand of how to say it, but I wasn't sure if you'd react weird.
I mean, I think there are different things that appeal to it for different people.
Sure.
So for me, growing up, I had an intense fear of death.
Okay.
And I mean, also hated horror.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a vivid memory of watching. You may be too young to get this reference, but
Thank you. Continue.
An episode of a TV show called Different Strokes.
Sure. Yeah.
That got way too intense for me, and I had to shut it off. That's how horror phobic
and now
I was.
You're
exactly. and so working on The Walking Dead in many ways has been deeply therapeutic for me, which has been amazing. But for me, there's this fascination of a quasi life after death.
Sure.
That sort of death isn't the end. That there's this, there's what's going through those zombies' head? What is that?
Yeah.
The zombie, I know there's some people who are fascinated with the survival element, with the apocalypse element. I mean, a big part of it for me, and it's something that we explore this season. We explore the humanity of the zombies,
Sure.
of the walkers. So that's, for me, one of the big things that I'm really interested in.
Yeah, it's funny because like we were just talking, my partner and I were talking about this the other day. Like in the gay community, we have like pups, you know, people who dress up like dogs.
Okay.
How come there's no zombie play?
I know.
Doesn't it seem kind of like a no-brainer?
I mean, there's if you're worried about endurance,
Yeah.
zombies, they just never stop. They're just,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it might be, you know, I mean, they do say that the brain is, you know, an erogenous zone.
There you go. So maybe we're onto something.
Yeah.
Where can people find you this weekend?
So I'll be at Hall H tomorrow.
Okay.
We've got a panel there. And then we've got a fan screening tomorrow night at Petco.
At Petco, my God.
I know. They're not the whole park.
Oh.
It's like one of the sort of
Adjacent areas.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. We'll pretend it's the whole park.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say season 6 of the Mothership, we did do the premiere in Madison Square Garden. It was
Incredible.
one of the most surreal experiences of my life. But yeah, no, I'll be there, and then, you know, just experiencing the amazing chaos that is the con. I want to walk the halls. I want to check out, you know, what's going on in and around. So I'll be here.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to duck into our air conditioning and chat with me about Walking Dead Dead City. It is premiering on July 26th on
This
AMC
Sunday, yes.
and AMC Plus.
Yes.
So tune into that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Seth
having me.
Hoffman, showrunner, producer, writer, all things. We got more coming up, so stick around.